It's a bull, it's a bear, it's a lobster. The Boston accent. The company behind the gigantic lobster that showed up yesterday in front of the famed Charging Bull statue in Lower Manhattan is financial services AI company Tactile. Tactile placed the large bronze crustacean right there to represent the move fast, break things style of AI agents. And what better way to catch the attention of big banks than the ones that Tactile is targeting by putting a gigantic lobster there. But, you know, nothing says Wall Street like lobsters because somebody at some point is always getting cooked. Waha. Okay, Shecky. That's funny. Joining us now with his AI catch of the day is Allspring LT Large Core ETF Portfolio Manager, Matt Wittmer. Hi, Matt. Yeah, a lobster facing off against a bull, but somehow that says AI. Tell me about how you're viewing this whole sector at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting time. I think it's important to make sure you have a holistic approach to the AI trade. Obviously, that spend for AI infrastructure build has been quick and heavy, but it's going to take some time to build out. But some of those dollars are starting to move to the implementation part of the AI chain. And so I think it's important to start dipping into those kind of edge areas, if you will. And I mean, you just mentioned a little bit of software there, but I think that's an area that people need to start doing some work on. Industrial technology, kind of data procurement, real application uses cases that are out there. I think it's important to start taking that holistic approach to the AI theme.
Well, you know, Salesforce is in there. Salesforce is one of those very ingrained companies, and it has sold off pretty dramatically over the past several weeks in this software sell-off. It just feels like that's a bit overdone at this moment. You adding to the position?
We are actually. I think, you know, we're from a software perspective, we're really focused on those companies that have robust access to customer data. They have to have that operational scale. Fully embedded kind of AI across not only their ecosystems, but also have a strong relationship with their client base. And I think Salesforce fits that to a T. They're ingrained in their companies. And if you think about it, it's really hard to see companies turning over their CRM business to kind of a bespoke program. There's just way too much at risk for that. If you think about sales teams at Fortune 100, even 500 companies, sales teams are the lifeblood of those companies. So we really believe that AI is just going to really enhance Salesforce product suite. We're starting to see some positive signs from that with Agentforce. If you think about this last quarter, you saw some really strong growth there. You saw deals doubling over the last quarter too. So some really, really strong momentum from that perspective.
Yeah, Matt, you got $628 billion in assets under management. Are you a dip buyer? We got about 20 seconds.
You know, we really want to find those high quality companies that for some reason are inefficiently priced relative to their long-term growth prospects. So we want to buy high quality companies at the right price. I wouldn't say we're true value oriented investors, but we really want to focus on high quality at the right price.
Well, to that end, I'm just checking the forward PE for Salesforce, 14.